Hello everyone, welcome back to Synergia. Let's go ahead and continue. I wake up in the middle of the night. Once I feel Mara lying down next to me. Did she just take my hand? I think she fully trusts me after what happened today. It makes me happy. I know I was distrustful of her, but I never thought she'd feel the same way about me. Every day I wake up a bit earlier, yet feel like I slept a lot more. Whatever, it gives me more time to get ready. I head to the bathroom, ready to take a shower. I turn on the lights, but instead of the usual white, the room is completely surrounded in a purple glow. Mara shows up by the door. Sila, are you okay? You are awake? Of course I'm fine. What's wrong? I look at my feet and see a trail of blood that goes back to my futon. I probably hurt my shoulder when I ran away with Mara. The joints have been bleeding all night. Shit. It's been a while since something like this happened. I'm fine. Don't worry. That's just my prosthetic arm. The skin junctions are old, so they tend to bleed if I stress it too much. I'll help you clean up. Take off your pajamas. We grab the futon and toss it in the washing machine. I need to take off my shirt to let Mara help me clean my wounds, much to my chagrin. Do you think you'll be alright? You could stay home today. I'll be fine. It's not the first time something like this has happened. I'm sorry. I didn't want to make such a mess. You don't have to apologize. I did my usual routine before I leave the house for the work van. In the meantime, Mara starts to clean up my mess. I get a notification on HoloNet. They're waiting for me. I open the door and leave. Take care. I nod. I get in the van and Kyle is coming with us. Something feels off today. Good morning, Sila. Hello, Darla. So, what is today's case? Just some investigation work. Found an android dressed up in the enemy's uniform around one of the gates to refineries. And why are we involved in this? The android's got no data. And it doesn't even have a working brain. The investigation team couldn't find anything, so they want you to take a look at it. I still think this has nothing to do with us. Ugh. So, how was yesterday? Kyle looks at Darla out of the corner of his eye while he keeps driving. Good. And why are you asking? I don't know. Everything went well? Could be that she knows what happened yesterday. Darla told me to trust her, but I wouldn't put it past them to watch me if they knew I had Mara. If that's the case, why don't they just take her away? Everything was fine, Darla. What about you? How was your day? Great. Kyle concentrates once again on the road. The mayor ordered me to take a look around the desk of every agent. They've been feeling paranoid ever since you found that 4th generation android. It wasn't exactly 4th gen, technically speaking. Did you find anything interesting? No, but I discovered that some agents keep pornographic magazines in them. Magazines? That's weird. Why'd they buy those when the network is full of porn? But we monitor their search terms, don't you remember? I found a few magazines on Kyle's desk too. Now, that's interesting. Can you explain yourself, Kyle? I don't use that desk much. probably belonged to the guy who used it before me. It was Vega's desk. Yeah, that might explain it. We arrive at our destination. There's a few agents guarding the area, while others are inside the big sewer pipes connected to the factory. The whole place is a mess, and the android is completely destroyed and scattered all over the floor. I help the investigation team look for any clues. I stare at the huge wall that divides the border to Yellow Sea. It's a titanic construction. There's a scribble on top of the android's corpse. I walk closer and touch the paint. It's mostly dry, with a few somewhat fresh patches. Did you see that graffiti? I don't get it. White Cat disappeared years ago. Maybe they still have a few members out there. No, this isn't like them. White Cat was known for doing huge attacks, not for beating up androids. Does the android have anything left we can use? I think Kyle was right. There's nothing left. They just beat it senseless. Left their signature and left. How vicious. I don't think we can get anything from this. What do you want me to put on the report? Tell them there's nothing left the android. There's nothing we can do. There's probably a radical group. Another team should investigate the area to see if they left any clues. That's it. Do you have any suggestions? Didn't have any cameras here nor direct network connections. We could try to look for hairs, fingerprints, and whatnot. But this doesn't concern us anymore. Why would they do something like this? People are still losing their loved ones to war. War against machines that we're losing. What I find strange is that things like this don't happen more often. This war is making this empire move backwards. Android hate is coming back in full force, and people are revolting against mechanization. Nothing makes sense anymore. They're afraid. It's an unfounded fear. We can't avoid a technological development. I thought we were past this. If there really isn't anything we can do here anymore, then we should start working another case. I won't. I'll stay here until the end of my shift. We should go back to the station and... Darling, would you like to talk for a bit? Kat can take care of the report for once. Sure. Darla? Kyle? I thought I was the one in charge here. I can hear the agents that were keeping guard in the area chuckling. Kyle goes back to the van to fill the report. I have to admit, it felt good to humiliate him. I knew I wouldn't like him ever since the day we met. Hey Darla, do you have HoloNet? I do, but I rarely use it. Volta restricts their network, so I can't connect it to it from there. Let's use it now then. I'm going to make a private virtual room and invite you. Join and then close your eyes. Okay. Darla? Wow. This is amazing. We can talk here. Nobody else can hear us. Alright, though I don't think it's too safe to go around and talk with my eyes closed. Don't worry, I'll tell you if anything happens. Hey, you obviously don't share Volta's goals. So, why are you working for them? Well, that is not entirely true. Come on, Kyle can't hear us here. Open up. I mean, they are the only ones who gave me a chance. That's sad. You're a good girl. Why don't you talk to me about your little undercover operation? I know you're spying on me. There's not much I can do about it. But if you keep bugging me, I will eventually find a way to get rid of you. I know Volta. I worked for them a while ago. I already know that. I'm sorry. I can't say anything else. It's fine. It's not you I'm worried about. You're really popular with Delta security teams, did you know? Really? Popular? Yes, Syla the Witch. They always talk about your covert operations and how you fought against the fourth generation. I would say I'm flattered, but all that popularity has been useful for jack shit. I'm still here, wasting my talents in this trash team. No offense. I don't get it, to be honest. Why are you here? What happened? It's just not something I like to talk about. I understand. What have you heard? I heard that you fell in love with him. Whatever. I don't want to hear it. I log out and tap Darla on her shoulders so she can open her eyes. I think I will head back home, Darla. My apologies. I didn't want to make you remember that. Don't worry. I can't really do much here anyway. You're right. Take care, Syla. Servant seems to know my story pretty well. I didn't know that. Crap. I think I might pay Yoko a visit. I could use some venting. I take a train. There's only one other person inside. Their face seems familiar. Syla? Conrad? Ah, the one and only. It's been a while. I thought you would have gotten yourself killed by now or something like that. Ah, you're just as nice as ever. Also, I'm not a corporal anymore. They promoted me recently. I'm a sergeant now. It's now that you're the one in charge of my unit. Yeah, so it's no longer your unit. Yeah. You know we don't judge you for what happened. Maybe one day you could come back with us. Joel always says that if you're feeling love deprived, you could have asked him. Shut your fucking mouth, Conrad. Maybe you're not under my orders anymore, but I can still destroy you. You mad at me? I clench my fist and look into his eyes. Times change, Syla. Maybe one day they'll see you as some kind of pioneer. Ugh. So, what are you up to now? It's none of your business. I've heard you're a negotiator now. I mean, it's not as exciting, but you can still work with androids. Leave me alone. Why don't you just quit? Well, I wish you the best of luck in whatever you do. I have to get off here. I hope you do well, Syla. I don't even glance at him when he leaves. To be honest, I completely forgot about him and the rest of the team. It's funny, they played such a big role in my life at some point. The train has arrived at my station, so I'll try not to think about it too much. I'm heading to Yoko's store, so I walk by a shopping district. The display windows catch my eye, and once I get close to one, I see a familiar-looking silhouette. Is it Mara? Mara? Syla, what are you doing here? I just got out of work. I was going to see Yoko. Ah, why? I had to lecture her about the mess she got me into. I was window shopping. You know how much I like it. I didn't know you had left work so early, but it's better this way. I told you I would try to get out early. I guess this is how she entertains herself when I'm away. I should have known she wouldn't stay at home the whole time. It's fine. I'm not in a hurry. Can I go with you? Okay. Please. I don't care if you two argue. She deserves it. Fine. I start walking again, this time with Mara by my side. She's still focused on her window shopping. She really likes to stare at them. After a bit, we finally arrive to Yoko's shop. It's closed. She's probably in her apartment. Let's go there. Might that bother her? Probably. We take some tiny stairs located to the right of the building. They take us to the back entrance. These apartments are really fancy. You could definitely can't complain about the quality of life. We take an elevator to the upper side and knock on her door. Hey, what are you two doing here? That's a funny way to say hello. Hi, Yoko. I'm surprised, all. Come in. We walk into her apartment and sit down next to a small coffee table in the living room. So, why did you come here? What do you think? I ain't sick, if that's what you think. I just closed the store because I didn't feel like working today. Ah, professional. Anyway, I didn't come here for that. Why didn't you tell me a good friend of yours was Sal? Did you think that was a good idea? Of course not. Samara, how are things going with that dumbass? Well, good. I have a lot more fun there than in the warehouse. What do you mean, of course not? Fine, sorry about that. Hey Mara, why don't you get us something to drink? Maybe some coffee, tea, whatever. Alright. Mara leaves by my side and heads to Yoko's kitchen. She goes through every single cabinet and checks every household plant she finds. I think drinks will take a little bit too long. How come she's so compliant with you? She rarely listens to me. Fear's a powerful weapon, and that doesn't matter now. You two are really cute, by the way, just like two little lovebirds. What? Wait, don't change the subject. We're talking about Sal. So close-knit. But don't worry, your secret is safe with me. Secret? What are you talking about? You know, relationships with androids are outlawed, but more special. I get why you like her so much. I'm gonna call the police on you. Don't worry. That's enough. Though to be honest, I found it very easy to start treating her like a human. That's because deep down you always wanted to trust her. All you needed was a reason to look at her differently. You wanted to believe she was the right one, and once you found out about Project Mara, it gave you enough reasons to do so. Where's the lie though? She's so different. Sure she is, but if you ever had any doubts about her, you wouldn't have believed everything so quickly. You always liked androids and always will. Anyway, I didn't come here just so you could give me relationship advice. I ain't gonna apologize about what happened to Sal. Since both of you are here, I assume things went fine. Yoko, I know that you know him. Who is he? Please, try being honest for once. You're wrong. I ain't heard nothing about him in a real long time. Ugh. Done a really good job with her. It's a lot more important than you think, you know. Taking care of the first android with real feelings. And everything would have been so much easier if you told me from the very beginning. I think she looks pretty happy. Don't think about it too much. Hey Yoko, do you ever feel guilty about the things you have done? Just when I know I've done something wrong. Now that you two are a thing, why don't you take her out for a drink at one of the clubs? There's a small one I used to frequent a while ago. It's usually pretty empty in the afternoon and also really charming. Take her there, she's gonna like it. We'll send you the address on the HoloNet. Mara comes back. She clumsily carrying a tray of 3 cups. Thankfully they all arrive in one piece. Sila, I didn't know what you wanted, so I made some tea for us. Tea's fine. Coffee leaves a nasty aftertaste. Yuka's still giving me a suggestive look. She acts like she doesn't care, but she actually loves to gossip about everyone's lives. She must be enjoying this. Is it still too hot? Be careful. No, it's fine. Yuko's smirk grows even wider. That grin is going to split her face in 2 at this rate.
So, Mara, what are you doing while Sally's away?
Well, I take care of my garden. Garden? She's talking about plants she's keeping at home. I don't think you can call it a garden.
I listen to Sally's music, watch TV, play the computer, go out for a walk, pet our neighbor's plastic sheep, go to the store. Okay, I see you have fun. There's just so much to do in this city. How can I get bored? Besides, I got my own keys and Sally's permission, so I can go out whenever I want. You gave her your house keys? You sure about that?
Yes, unlike you, I couldn't keep her inside all day, chocolate an animal.
Yeah, to be honest, I didn't really take good care of you, but what can you do? Doesn't matter anymore, since I wanted to live with you ever again. Huh. Hey, no need to hold grudges, I'm just not good at taking care of others.
I second that.
Still, be careful you go around the borders. Things are getting weird with White Cat. I think it's because of the war.
I know what you're talking about. You don't really go over there. I don't get all the sudden android hate. The war started over a year ago.
Well, I heard the Empire had to retreat from conquering the desert because this huge army with thousands of robots attacked them. And of course that led to some distrust from the more conservative people, who just happen to live near the border. Seems like a few idiots are trying to imitate White Cat, but they're just some petty thugs.
So that's what happened. For me and Yoko it's not an issue, but Mara isn't exactly good at defending herself. And though there are almost no differences between her and a human, I should still be careful with her.
Thought we had gone past that. Been living with androids for over 20 years. I know, I thought the same, just try to be careful.
Mara absent-mindedly listens to our conversation, like she couldn't care less about it. Is there anything she actually worries about? Since it doesn't seem to bother her, I won't try to induce her fear, so I suppose I'll try to downplay this. Still, there isn't a single thug that can scare me. I've never been scared of you, now that I think about it. Even if you refuse to tell me anything, you still owe me an apology for lying to me again.
I am sorry. Enough? Sal's just an interesting guy, don't you think? I'm not sure if interesting is the right word to describe him. It could have been so bad.
They attacked us.
You're exaggerating. Don't worry, Mara, I know Silent how jumpy she can get. Sal tends to invade other people's personal spaces, and I guess that doesn't help either.
Maybe if you told me who I would see from the very beginning, nothing would have happened.
If I did, you wouldn't have gone, and Mara would still have a broken ear.
Sure, like you care about Mara.
I think they treat us well. They're nice. See, Sila, you need to trust people.
Of course, I am the problem. I hope I never have to go there again. Mara's thrown herself on the couch. She looks tired.
Still, he ain't just a hacker. Sal's some kind of overlord beyond the Yellow Sea. Every time I go there, I hear more and more things about him.
We already talked about this. You're going to get in a lot of trouble if you keep working with those people. Imperial authorities are keeping an eye on everyone, and they don't hesitate to charge anyone who might cooperate with rebels for treason. Oh well, at least we could fix Mara.
Okay, but I ain't no rebel. So if you ever need my help again, I'm gonna be here.
I really hope not. Can you tell him how you met him again?
I told you, he contacted me first. Asked for a favor and I asked for one in return. We had a couple of gigs together, but that's it.
I turn to look at Mara once again. She's dozing off. She's growing extremely bored of this. I should take her back home. I'm heading back home, Yoko. Try not to get me into too much trouble for now, and get away from that guy.
Hey, I ain't gotten you into any trouble. I helped you.
Try to use more conventional ways to help then.
Why is anything by conventional? You gotta get used to resorting to super strange ways to keep her safe.
If you say so. See you soon. I wrap my arm around Mara's shoulders and carefully guide her way from the apartment to the elevator. She's still drowsy and takes small, slow steps. I call a taxi. I don't think she would like to walk around the train station. It's cold, so I give her my coat. She can't help but fall asleep again. Once we arrive home, I take her in my arms and lay her down on the futon. I change my clothes and lie down next to her. Still very early, but I have work tomorrow, so I don't mind sleeping a bit earlier. Once they arrive to pick me up, I say goodbye to Mara and leave. Something is different. When I get inside the van, I notice Darla isn't there. Hey, where's Darla? They needed her help in another division, so they took her to laboratories. Shit. I guess she was being too nice to me and Velta noticed. I just hope she's alright. Why did you take her there without asking me first? Did you think of asking what I thought about it? Yeah, the squad leader, but both Darla and I are part of Velta Labs. Remember that. Go fuck yourself. I'm way too tired for this crap. I can't stand how bland this work gets, but I refuse to let them investigate or persecute me in any way. So, what's today's case? Guard android. Police in the area haven't been able to deactivate it. The house owners passed away, we need to clean up the place. Good, seems easy enough. I spent the rest of the trip thinking about the reasons for Vel to come after me. It has something to do with Sal or Mar, or maybe Yoko. It's not like there are too many options. We cross the district border, getting right into the refuge area. What are we doing here? I'm not in charge of this place. Oh, it seems in the area we're busy, so they automatically assign us to this job. Automatically? That definitely sounds like the work of a hacker again. Let's stay alert. We finally reach our destination. It's an old neighborhood on the east side. All the immigrants from the eastern areas live here. What the hell is this? Since when are androids illegal in this district? People here shouldn't even be able to afford them. I know it's strange. I'll cover you from the building across the street. Cal takes a sniper rifle and leaves. I get into the building. The stairs are very narrow and I can barely fit on it. Still, I can't help but like this place. Reminds me of something. I'm not sure of what. Find the android just after crossing the door. Welcome, Sila. I suppose I don't have too much time until your buddy positions himself. Samurai? Goddamn samurai? I suppose you already know who I am. The android was created to serve this family, but your friend lent it to me. I need it more than ever. Look, I don't know what you want from me, but I'm not coming with you and I sure as hell won't give you Mara. I know, but they had different plans for you. Tonight is the night. Make sure Mara's ready. Don't let them catch you off guard. What are you talking about? I should just deactivate you right now. I keep walking towards her. You know, the last time at the factory kinda left me wanting more. I'm growing really tired of your crap. Silent? Almost there. Is everything alright? Everything's going fine, don't worry. In that case, I'll have to stop you. I really don't want to hurt you, but I need this body. I'm very close to Android. He already unsheathed his sword and is on guard, ready to defend himself.
He's the one who makes the first move, striking vertically. So bad for him, I've been trained to dodge edged weapons. I effortlessly avoid his attacks. I can already feel my protocells working. Tonight, I need this body to protect you. I don't know what you're talking about, and I don't need anyone to protect me. The sword clashed against my metal arm without leaving a trace. The blade is completely dull. He's holding back. All this is happening because you refuse to come with me. Me? Trusting a rebel hacker? In your dreams. He has changed his approach. Instead of making me waste my time, he's trying to run away. The android walks to one of the windows, but I manage to grab him by the neck. He's very heavy, definitely his combat model. I can barely stop him, but I succeed in making him turn around. He throws me to the floor, but I roll over and stand up on my feet once again. My hand moves to my holster, but I don't pull my gun. I let him go. Thank you. I'll do whatever I can to help you both. I drop to the floor and catch my breath. This is getting even more strange. And worse, more dangerous. Target ran away. Cannot arrive in time. So, are you okay? What happened? Fine. Android turned hostile. Coming. Went from inside. I sit and wait for Kyle. Maybe letting him go wasn't exactly the best decision I could make. But there's no turning back now. I don't know why this place looks so familiar. This is Yoko's old house. It's been years since the last time she was here. It's too much of a coincidence. I know Yoko's behind this and everything that has happened so far. Sila, I've already informed the headquarters. I'm sending a tech team and some backup. Are you okay? You're bleeding. Yeah, it's nothing. Probably cut myself when I was struggling with the android. We're gonna call an EMT. I stayed there for a few hours, thinking of what I saw of the android's body. It was a mob from a few years ago, a high-end one. Top of the line when it came to combat androids. His armor is so strong that not even Kyle's rifle could have damaged it, probably. He could have easily crushed me if he wanted, but he didn't. Before I can leave the place, I see Darla walking into the building. Ah, hello, Sila. Darla, it surprised me not to see you today. I had to help out with something at the labs. I'm back now. Did you miss me? Yeah, surprisingly. Glad to know they didn't kick you out. Both Kyle and I will eventually leave. Please remember that. I know. Whenever that happens, maybe we could hang out. Just the two of us. Only if you want to, of course. Yeah, why not? Please rest. I can tell you I've been really busy today. Kyle can fill me in. Take care. They're finally letting me go back home. Once again, my exit is interrupted by someone I know walking into the building. Yoko. Whoa, what a surprise. It's my old house. Came as soon as I heard something was going on here. Combat android went crazy. Was it yours? Of course not. I walk up to Yoko and grab her by the jacket. I try to lift her off the ground, but I give up as soon as I remember she's a cyborg and weighs several hundred pounds. Yoko, I've had enough of your bullshit. Tell me what's going on, right now. Sila. I let go of her jacket, but I stare close to her. I'd tell you if I knew anything, I swear. You're my best friend. I've never put you in danger. Doesn't matter who asks me to. I think you haven't put me in danger more times than I can count. Let's say you're telling me the truth. Then what is going on here? I know that android was yours. You can't convince me that it appeared in your house by sheer coincidence. Fine, the android is mine. He's there to protect my parents. I was the one who put him in charge a few years back. I was afraid of something happening to him. My parents died some time ago. You just left the android there, alone. Yeah, I completely forgot about him. Shit, Sila, just trust me for once. It would be so hard to trust you if you hadn't lied to me each time I asked you about what was happening. You can trust me now, I'm telling the truth. Fine. So what are you gonna do now? They're not tracing me right there, right? Just came here to see what was happening. There's nothing to worry about. Get my bike. I'll give you a ride home. I hear Mara screaming for help when I get inside. I run to see what's happening. She's still lying in the bed. Mara? You're fine. Sila, thank goodness you came back early. I woke up and realized I can't move at all. I can't take this coat off me. I put my coat over yesterday, and its security system activated since then. The electromagnet mesh is interfering with Mara's body. I can't help but laugh, like I'm worried about nothing. What are you laughing at? Get me out of here! I wipe a few tears from the corner of my eyes and bend down next to her. I actually can't. You need to relax till the fabric unblocks itself. Or just wait until it runs out of battery. Especially made to block android attacks. How can I relax when I'm trapped here? Stop laughing! Sorry. And I sit next to Mara and pull her towards me. I stroke her head, hoping that helps her calm down. Mara stays completely silent, and after a few minutes the coat unblocks itself. I keep caressing her for a bit longer. To be honest, I feel really calm right now as well. This feels almost liberating. I had a tough day. Things are getting ugly. I know, we might have to leave this place. Mara only hums in response, to let me know she's listening to me. She's so relaxed that she can't even speak. If I keep doing this, she will pass out again. Aren't you scared? You can find a new place to live. Start everything over. Mara sits up all of a sudden and gazes at me. She kisses me on my lips, while my eyes are still wide open. I stand up in complete disbelief. My chest is full of mixed feelings, but none feels bigger than fear. What the hell are you doing? You can't do that. Why not? It's illegal. Do you have any idea what trouble it could get us into? I will not let this happen again, so don't you dare. Mara stands on her tiptoes and kisses me again. I love you, Sila. I've loved you ever since I entered your house. Actually, I knew I loved you even before I met you. I try to say something, but not a single word can leave my mouth. I just feel like crying. Can't hold it anymore. I start drowning in my own tears and sobs. Mara pulls my hand to make me sit down next to her again. I wipe my eyes and carefully take my coat off before bending down to her right. She's still waiting for a reply. No one can know about this, okay? Know what? You know what I mean. I just want you to say it. Nobody can know we're together. Does that mean you love me too? Even if I'm an android? I nod, my tears threatening to fall again. What do you mean you knew even before we met? Remember your dream? The recurring one? I know what it means. What does that have to do with anything? You're chasing someone in the rain, and you aim your gun and ask them to stop. Yes. Who are you chasing? I don't know. I've never seen their face. I know you can remember. Just try to. They're two people. No way. A human and an android. Both members of your old squad. One of them betrayed you. How do you know that? You shot them. You're completely terrified. It hurt to see what was happening. In the end, both of them died. Walter Labs decided to hide it and baptize you against your will to prove your innocence. It's true, all of it. I buried it deep inside my mind. I just didn't want to remember it. But what happened? How could Mara know? They hacked that android. It seduced you and you fell in love with it. How do you know all this? Very few people know. I read it some time ago in the Delta Labs records. They created me. Remember? Did you know who created you all along? Huh? I can't understand a thing. Sila, I'm sorry I lied to you, but it wasn't really my choice. You also have to forgive Yoko. She was working with us from the very beginning. Us? What do you mean? Does anyone ever tell me the truth? I understand that you feel frustrated. You aren't yourself. You've always been a reluctant heroine, but a heroine after all. Please take this. Mara puts her palm in front of me. There's a red pill in her hand. You've been under the suggestion of the Empire for many years. I knew there was something wrong with you when I saw you having those nightmares. Please, take it. How do I know you're telling me the truth and this isn't some kind of sleeping pill? Or even poison? Don't give me that. I know you trust me. And that's what led me to make the whole decision. You told me earlier about moving somewhere else, didn't you? What if I told you that I planned the same thing for a long time? I take the pill and put it in my mouth. I take the pill and put it in my mouth. I swallow. Thank you. It'll take you a few hours to work. That pill is designed to remove the prothopam from your blood. Soon the doubts, the anxiety, and everything, the anguish will disappear. Well, maybe not everything, but you'll be yourself again. Okay, put my trust in you. I love that you're not actually like Yoko. Now, tell me the truth. I won't lie to you again, especially now that you've taken that pill. You see, this was all Sal's plan. Sal, so you know each other. We're brothers. Well, technically, we're the same person, but not really. Wait, same person? Yes, I can't tell you much because I myself have been part of him since I left the capsule. If anyone can answer all your questions, that's Sal. I guess I can tell you what I know. Go ahead. Velt has been secretly researching and developing new androids for years. But Sal and I are the result of that research. I didn't know about this until not so long ago. Androids with singularity. Why? I thought the disaster a few years ago taught us a valuable lesson about why they're dangerous. Well, I guess it was too juicy of an opportunity for Velt to miss. Let's just say that one way or another, I ended up developing my own way of thinking without Velt noticing. I also managed to influence all the androids here with me to help me find you. But how they did, it's something I don't know. This is confusing. See, Velt created a new system to control androids with singularity. It's a series of machines that modify our memories, our minds. All I know is that they transform the data to images, which are then implanted in the biobrains of all androids connected to them. I simply introduced my feelings for you into one of them. And the next thing I remember is waking up in Yoko's warehouse. But how did you know about me? How could you fall in love with me even without even knowing me, meeting me? I felt alone locked in Velta's facilities. I got access to the net. The very first thing I did was look for someone to be with. You're booked for a crime as simple as loving an android, so I couldn't help but be curious and look into you. I guess it was love at first sight, because after that I can stop thinking about you. Sounds a little silly, I know. Huh, how romantic. She's a stalker. I understand. Well, I don't really understand it at all, but I guess it's something. Why did you hide all this from me? You knew that I didn't hate androids, so why lie to me? Well, when I woke up from my lethargy in the transport capsule, Sal had already prepared an intricate plan to get you out of the district. So from the beginning, this has been a rescue plan to escape the Empire. The impossible love that has to escape. Sounds like a movie. I know! Sal gave me this pill when we went to get my spare eardrum. Actually, everything was as planned from the beginning. The fact that my ear was damaged was no more than a very convenient accident. If I found another way to take us to the docks, then I would have helped him. He offered for me to leave with him. Was that his plan? Didn't sound very effective. No. Whether or not his plan has worked is something I don't know. But I do know what he's going to do now that you refuse to go with him. Well, if he'd told me all this, maybe I wouldn't have refused outright. That's exactly what I told him, and that's why I'm telling you. Now that he knows that you're not going with them for good, so I got a plan B to get you out of here. Probably don't have much time left before Velta breaks into this apartment to arrest us. You should have said all this before. In that case, it would be best to look for a safer place to stay. You're so determined now. That must be starting to take effect. I'm sorry if I don't want to wait to be captured for trying to escape the Empire. I don't really feel like being declared a traitor. I'd agree with you, but we'd better stay here for now. I know Sal's working on something, and if we move, we might make it more difficult. After all, it's impossible to move around this district without Velta knowing where you are. Without Sal's help, we'd be caught in a second. We can contact Yoko. If there's anyone who can get us out of here without being seen, it's her. Remember, Yoko's already working with Sal. If you ask her for help, she'll probably just tell you to wait here. I can't just sit around like this knowing they're coming for me. Well, I can enjoy the moment a bit. You seem very calm considering all that's coming. Actually, I feel protected when I'm simply with you. That's why I'm listening to everything Sal asks of me. I really want to escape from this place with you. And what are we supposed to do once we get out? A new home, a job? I'm sure for someone with your talents that'll be easy to find. We could go to one of the many rebel cities. I don't know if that's exactly what I'm looking for. We'll have time to think about it, at least. Wait, do you and Sal work with the rebels? Well, I don't work with anyone, but I think Sal's been collaborating with the rebels since he started planning everything. I don't know if that's a good idea. Why would the rebels help in Imperial? I don't know. I think they're more interested in the secrets that the new androids like Sal and I hide. After all, we're a big threat to their plans. I think Yoko mentioned something about that. Their brains are impossible to hack. That's right. But as I said before, it's not my main intention to work with them. I simply want to escape from here with you. How noble. How did I get into all this? Great changes are coming to the Empire and I feel the center of it all. Hey, it's me who's at the center of everything. The impression I had of you is changing pretty fast. And do you like what you see? You still have to decide that. Maybe you're too punk for me, but I guess I don't have anything better. Hey! It's a joke, it's a joke.
So, you manipulated all your friends to come and rescue me, instead of just helping them escape. You endangered the integrity and safety of an entire generation of sentient androids just to be with me. Not selfish.
I guess so. I had no choice if I wanted to be with you.
Seems that after all, you're not the little angel you pretended to be.
I've never pretended to be anything. If you thought I was an angel, it's because you got that idea yourself.
I suppose. Must be your eyes. As time goes by, I notice how my brain feels clearer. That fog that prevented me from concentrating disappears little by little, and I feel more alive and active, somewhat restless even. I see a shadow on the window. The landscape slightly disturbed with the raindrops. I know it's an illusion. Someone's watching us using thermal optic camouflage. They're here.
Ooh.
Falta. I don't know what they're waiting for. They surround the apartment.
Wow, I was hoping it'd take longer. I guess we can only wait now.
No matter how many there are, I doubt I'll have trouble getting rid of them. Just need to take my weapon in.
No. It's important that you don't resist. Who knows what they might try if we kill one of their own. Things could get much uglier. Right now, they take us for harmless subjects. We should use that to our advantage.
Okay. Well, if we have to wait, why don't you tell me about your childhood? I guess all those times when you told me you had a bad memory, you were lying.
I remember it quite well. At that time I never thought my life was bad. In fact, I was happy. After all, I had nothing else to compare it to.
You were raised in laboratories, weren't you?
Yes, but they weren't the conventional type. It's just a facility where all the androids of my generation lived. It's more like a school. Only we were very obedient and never made a fuss.
You could have talked about simulations.
I suppose you could call it that.
Oops, I skipped out a little bit.
I suppose you could call it that, but they weren't really anything like real life.
In that school, what did they teach you?
The androids were divided into groups, and each one learned different things. I can't tell you what the others were doing, but my class were in botany.
Botany? That's weird.
We used special black seeds and planted them in the sand. They had to be watered with concrete liquid mixture, and then they grow without requiring water.
Actually, that makes a lot of sense.
Does it?
Yeah. Training androids so they can plant in an environment as hostile as sand, I doubt it's a coincidence. They're training you to reforest the desert.
Wow. That sounds like a very noble job. It'd be much better than being a soldier.
I imagine that's Velsa's intention. You see, since humanity came to this planet and established the colonies, they've had the intention of terraforming it. The atmospheric generators produce real rain. They were installed shortly after arrival, but the project to repopulate the soil is a complete failure. There's nothing that can grow in a strange chemical composition in the deserts here. That's why we live in these walled cities.
Aha.
I thought it was strange that you were able to grow something in that pot of yours.
So Velta plans to reforest the planet? Sounds like a pretty ethical purpose.
No, Velta couldn't care less about the planet. But they launch a new generation of androids capable of fulfilling one of humanity's wishes for hundreds of years. It's impossible that people would refuse.
Interesting. But I still find it to be a great effort to improve the reputation. After all, my generation has been in development for years.
You're right. I must be missing something.
Well, I told you a lot about myself. Practically everything, and I haven't lived as long as you have. That job of yours, I'm sure you have many interesting anecdotes from it. Why don't you tell me some of them?
Sure. It's refreshing to be able to talk to someone about this. In fact, I think you've already asked me about my work before, right?
Yeah, but you didn't want to talk about it. That's probably due to the effects of Pt.5.
They turned you into a passive person who hated work, because it's designed to eliminate any kind of aggressive feelings, at the cost of wiping out your personality. My doctor said that they were a new type of supplement for my prosthesis.
That's normal. I trust my doctor too. It's not that you shouldn't. But it's just that in this city, almost everything is corrupt. Speaking of your prosthesis, why don't you tell me about it too?
And before we get into that, I will unfortunately have to stop here. But if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and maybe comment about what you think so far. And if you want to watch more of this, please check the playlist down below. If you want to watch other visual novels, please check my channel down below. Anyways, thank you, and take care.